Alright, what's up everyone, I'm Floki, and today I'm going to be giving a quick update on the whole Quinton Dunbar and DeAndre Baker situation that I made a video on around a week ago. And in this video I'm going to be mainly focusing on the Quinton Dunbar part because he is the Seahawks player that, as a Seahawks fan, I am more worried about when it comes down to this whole situation. But before I go into it, I just want to ask real quick to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, if you enjoy this video. I normally save it to the end, but I just want to try out saying it right now in the beginning to see kind of if it makes a difference. If not, I will definitely continue to save it to the end, but just want to try it out. But on to the topic at hand. Quinton Dunbar was released from Florida jail on a $100,000 bond after surrendering to police. I'm not going to go into too much detail, just want to kind of sum this up, give my thoughts, and kind of what it means for the Seahawks. He surrendered to the police on Saturday. This video will come out Wednesday, so a few days ago. And he had a Zoom trial, basically, or a Zoom hearing, where he was given a $25,000 bond for each count of his armed robbery charges. He had 4 counts, so 4 times $25,000, $100,000. That's where it comes from. Basically, the whole case fell apart when all of the witnesses kind of recanted their statements. They all kind of came in and they were like, oh yeah, Quinton Dunbar actually wasn't there. He didn't have a gun. None of this actually happened, which, I mean, could be completely paid off for kind of like death threats given to the people. Who knows? But basically, the whole case fell apart because the only evidence they had were witnesses and the statements that they made, which they have completely done a 180 on. So, yeah, the whole case is basically just done. And Quinton Dunbar was able to pay off a bond. He is now released, and he actually put out a statement on his Instagram page which reads, I would like to thank all of my fans for their support and apologize to the Seattle Seahawks organization for any unnecessary distractions that these allegations against me may have caused. In addition, I am very grateful to be a part of a team that supports one another and uphold the credibility of each of its members through adverse situations. Moving forward, this entire situation has taught me how to not associate myself with environments that may mischaracterize my values and who I am. So with this statement, Quinton Dunbar is basically saying that he actually didn't commit any crimes and he was just surrounding himself with the wrong people. And I think a lot of people are taught from a young age that if you surround yourself with the wrong people, you're just as guilty as they are for doing the crime. Obviously, you didn't commit a crime, but you surrounded yourself with the wrong people. You've put yourself in the bad situation on your own. So I mean, it's just a matter of surrounding yourself with the wrong people. And if this is true, Quinton Dunbar, it's an unfortunate situation that's going to cost him $100,000. But when it comes to the Seahawks, this is good news. It might not be great news when it comes to the law in Florida, but this is good news for the Seahawks because our secondary has been a little bit questionable since the fall of the Legion of Boom. After we lost Richard Sherman, we didn't really have a premier corner. Shaquille Griffin is definitely a pretty good corner. He can definitely be a star. I think he was a Pro Bowler last year, and I think he has kind of put it in his mind that he doesn't want to be satisfied with that. He wants to continue going up, which is a great mindset to have. And having a second good cornerback like Quinton Dunbar on the other side, because the Seahawks don't really like having their number one corner follow around the number one receiver. They kind of want one person to stay on the left, one person to stay on the right, and then have a slot that kind of moves around, I think. And I think that's why they got Quinton Dunbar. That's why they have Shaquille Griffin. And it's definitely a good thing that Quinton Dunbar is released. I mean, if he committed the crimes and he got released, that sucks. But when it comes to the Seahawks, that's definitely a good thing. Helps our secondary. Our defense will definitely be a lot better when it comes down to it. But overall, it's a crazy situation. There's probably still going to be more to come out, but this is basically kind of wrapped up the whole legal side because they have had their case almost basically closed because the witnesses, their testimonies have completely fallen through. So that'll probably be the end of the whole Quinton Dunbar, DeAndre Baker situation when it comes to the law. Any other information that comes out will probably just be for NFL fans to think about. But it's kind of crazy how much has actually happened around the NFL when it comes to players getting arrested. I think Ed Oliver got arrested for a DUI, and some crazy situation with Cody Latimer actually ended up happening. And I don't want to make a whole video on that because that's such a touchy subject. It's such a crazy story. I'll give a quick 20-second right around kind of explanation. Apparently, Cody Latimer was at his best friend's apartment for a poker game / party type of thing. And then there was a bunch of news things that came out that there was an argument. He left. He came back with a gun and actually fired it multiple times. But then there was more that came out that there was someone at the apartment for the poker game or party or whatever it was that had supposedly sexually assaulted Cody Latimer's son, 4-year-old son, which is absolutely despicable, absolutely disgusting. And I mean, all the stuff that came out about what Cody Latimer did, of course, he's in legal trouble for having a firearm and shooting it around people. But still, as a person, as anyone who reads this article, I think anyone who would read an article, see a video, just learn about the situation, I think anyone would kind of side with Cody Latimer. I mean, maybe having a gun and shooting it around wasn't the greatest idea, but yeah, I don't think you can really blame him for what he did. That's something horrible happening to such a young child of yours. It's disgusting. I don't want to talk too much on it. There's a lot of articles, there's a lot of videos that will better summarize it. I'm 100% on Cody Latimer's side. And with that, that is going to be the end of the video. I'd like to thank you for watching, and have a great day.